Hello, my name is Mark, back again for another YouTube video. In this week's video I'm going to be restoring an old vice. Yeah, this is the old vice I've got. It was left behind in my current house when I moved in. I don't really use a metalwork vice much because it's mainly woodwork I do, but it's got, the major sort of problem with it is, I've moved the camera in on the jaws. You've got this bit here. So I'm presuming it had a set of jaws that screwed in at some point, and someone's taken them off. So I've got this piece of metal that sticks out. So it means if you close the vice right up, it won't actually shut. It goes to within about 10 mil. Sort of. That's it. That's as tight as it goes. So I thought first of all, get it a bit and try and either see if we can cut this piece off, because obviously it's fairly useless as a vice if it won't close up all the way, unless you want to put thick bits of metal in. But okay, so we'll see if I can strip it down and take it from there. Okay, so I've just literally unwound it all the way. Then that'll pull out there. It was a bit stiff to get it all the way out, because it's just quite full of junk in there. There's this part here which holds the thread, which just literally, I'll turn it around, you can see, which is literally just bolted in with like an angled sort of bolt thing. Ground that off of there, so hopefully when it goes back together the jaws should close. I'm presuming that's what it was for with another. You put like a different set of jaws in there. If anyone knows differently, stick it in the comments. I'll be interested to know. I mean, I might be wrong, but I can't really see what else it would have been there for, because it looks like it was actually sort of made as part of the vice. It doesn't like something someone's added on at a later date. I'm going to get the drill and the brush now, give it all a good clean up and see what it comes up like. What I'm hoping to be able to do is when I've finished it, it's to be able to sort of get on a block of wood so I can bolt it to the bench, because so it's woodworking really I do, but you know, metalwork vice is always handy sometimes, so I keep it on the sort of out the way, and then when I need it I can just bring it up and clamp it down to the bench to use. If I can mount it on a decent block of wood, it should be fairly easy to do that. So I'm going to go all over it now with one of these abrasive brushes and just give it all a really good clean up. I'm going to give it like repaint it. Obviously I want to use it, so I don't want to go absolutely mad and restore it to the point of, you know, trying to get it sort of looking brand new. I mean, obviously the handle's bent, you know, it's seen a fair bit of action by just looking at it, but just nice to get it to work smoothly and look a little bit more presentable. I'll just give it try and give it a good old clean up. So I've used that abrasive brush. I mean, it's cleaned them up fairly well. I mean, it hasn't got all the old paint off, but I'm going to repaint it anyway. So anything loose or sort of flaky, when most of the rust has come off. I mean, you can see it's got. I'll lift the camera up. It's got a fair bit of muck's come off. I'll give repaint them and they can start putting it back together. I was going to paint it the same dark blue as it was, you know, like to keep it sort of original. But when I went out to get some paint this morning, I couldn't find anywhere that had any dark blue metal paint, so I got this sort of greeny colour instead. That's basically alright. I mean, it's only a vice that's going to get covered in dust, isn't it? But which would have been nice to have kept it, you know, the original colour, but I suppose it really matters. Paint's dry now, so just got to really put it back together. I'll get this part where the thread goes through. I'll just fill this up with good grease to help it run a bit smoother. Hopefully it can just it should just go back together then. Okay, I've got it back together. Literally all I did to get it in and out is you just kept winding until the end popped out. And there's that bolt there which just holds that little carrier thing that the thread goes through. I don't know what it's called, but I'm sure someone can put in the comments if they know. better have some fancy name. But yeah, so now I don't mind that green actually, it's come out better than I thought. I'm going to get this old scrap of timber. I'm just going to mount it up on here. So when I want to use it, I can just come and sit up on the bench here and we just clamp it down. I don't really want it up here all the time because you just get in the way. So I'll bolt this down. So I've just used a couple of bits of the threaded rod. I've just put a nut on the end and just buried the nuts in flush with the ball. So it should just drop on there now. So that's it finished then. I'm quite pleased with how it's come out really. I mean, I know that arm's still bent, but I did consider trying to straighten it, but you may just weaken it if you straightened it and kind of adds to the character. I mean, it is an old vice. I mean, the jaws are all a bit battered where people have attacked them with hacksaws and grinders and all sorts. So yeah, I don't want to try and sort of go too mad with it and take away its character, and you know, it is only a vice at the end of the day. I hope you've enjoyed watching. I've got some other videos on YouTube. If you've enjoyed this one, you want to check those ones out, that'd be great. And please think about subscribing. Thanks a lot for watching.